Annyeonghaseyo, welcome to the land of Korean cinema. The sequel to today's movie came out not too long ago and I can't wait to see it. So I thought I should talk about the original before that. Let's talk about the pirates, or Hae-jak, Padarogan Sanjak. The movie has a superstar cast including Son Ye-jin, Nam-gil, Kyung-young with an awesome hairdo, Yoo Hae-jin, Won-hae, Dal-su, fantastic actors, all of them. The year is 1388, just before the Kingdom of Korea got renamed to Chosun. The Chinese emperor sends a royal seal to Korea to make the new country official. But it gets eaten by a whale. Since this story seems too ridiculous to tell the king, the officials put the blame on the pirates who are roaming the sea. A captain of such group, played by Son Ye-jin, is blackmailed into catching the whale. But she's not the only one looking for it. I looked up a few reviews about this movie and it seems that at least American critics really didn't like this movie. Not that I care much about their opinions, I was just surprised. Is this the most original movie of all time? No. Do I think it's awesome? Fuck yes! I appreciate this movie on so many levels. On the surface, this is a fun 2-hour adventure with incredible fight scenes, some of the best CGI I've seen in a Korean movie, likable characters, some really good humor, everything that makes a good popcorn flick. It's also a very well filmed and colored movie. Some of the fight scenes and the slow motion shots actually reminded me of a movie called The Great Battle, which I talked about not too long ago. But this movie came before that. There are so many fantastic shots in this movie. The fight scenes utilize a lot of wide shots mixed with close-ups for more impact. But since there are lots of wide shots, you can always tell what's going on. And what's going on is pretty impressive. And the slow-mo shots help us see movements which would be merely milliseconds long. And I gotta say, I like most of them. I'm not a big fan of slow-mo, but it works here. And not only that, but the story of the pirates is pretty complex. I mean, sure, it's the whale that sets things into motion, but there are lots of interconnected threads here. And actually, it takes quite a while before things really start to get going. But you won't notice it. I actually really appreciate that the movie dedicates enough time to its characters. The main characters and the villains all have a personal conflict with each other. And the character traits of the main characters are very cleverly shown to us. It's never boring, their actions speak louder than words. And they're not just comedic characters. I mean, sure, most of this movie is a comedy, but there are some really serious, dare I say, dramatic scenes too. Especially in the beginning. It shows the human side of the characters more, which makes them a lot more relatable later. However silly they get sometimes. Not to mention the great chemistry between the cast, everyone works so well together. I know I keep joking about Kyung-young being in every Korean movie, but I actually really like him. I wish he didn't play as many villains as he does, but this is one of his best villain performances. And there's a scene where he becomes really comical without losing his stance as a villain. It's the circumstances around him that make him look funny. I thought it was hilarious. What I also really appreciate is that the movie dares to be just simple, high-energy fun sometimes. There are scenes which are only there to look really good and be a lot of fun. And they are. There's some Pirates of the Caribbean influence for sure. I mean, there's a prop that is basically a rip-off. But for the most part it's just influence. I mostly mean certain visuals and stunts. But for me, this movie is much more human. I have to mention Son Ye-jin because she's an absolute badass here. She's a great fighter, and although she's a pirate, she's got morals. She leads by example, not by power. But deep down, she's still a woman, and crossing paths with Nam-gil's character might make her a bit sensitive. They also have great chemistry, by the way. In fact, if I've got a problem with this movie, that is a sequence where the two main characters get separated from everything and everybody. And I really would have loved to see them interact more. I get it, the movie is already 2 hours long, but I really enjoyed those scenes with them together. Having seen the movie twice now, I think the sequence should have been longer. Also, not all the humor worked. I mean, it's almost a given, but sometimes it is a bit overdone. Not all the jokes land for sure. When they do, it's hilarious. When they don't, then they really don't. But overall, I really enjoyed this movie. What do you think about it? Do you agree with the critics that it's a boring, stupid swashbuckle movie? Because I think it's a lot more than that. Is it perfect? No. Does it wear its influences on its sleeve? Sure. Is it good? Yes. I'm gonna give The Pirates 88%. It's a really fun movie, and it doesn't forget about its characters. And it looks great, and the fights are awesome. I can't wait to watch the sequel. 여러분, 오늘은 여기까지만 해요. 영상 봐주셔서 감사합니다. 이 영상 좋아하시면 구독과 좋아요 잘 부탁드립니다. See you very soon. 다음 시간에 만나요, 여러분. 안녕히 계세요.